corporate car ladder, and for many people that's still the case. But there have been huge improvements in this area, and these cars are becoming much closer to the executive cars that so many people aspire to. The Volkswagen Passat is a prime example of this, arriving in Ireland in its 7th generation. More than 15 million of these have been sold worldwide, and it's proving really popular here too, despite being more expensive and less generously equipped than its key rivals. Even in its run-out year, the 6th generation Passat sold well. Irish buyers seem to like the look, the build quality, and the fact that it's recently become more like a BMW or Audi rival than competition to a Ford or Toyota. This is the latest generation of the car, and you'd be forgiven for thinking that not a lot has changed. For a start, it sits on the same platform as the old one, and there are no major changes to its size. What Volkswagen have done is to adapt some of the styling cues from the Passat's bigger, posher sibling, the less well-known Phaeton. Now there's a new grille with 4 cross members, there's new dual headlights, and the side profile makes the car appear to sit a wee bit lower than before. So at the back of the car, the rear lights now wrap around into the wings. Well, none of these are drastic changes. They do make the car look a wee bit more upmarket, and that appears to have been the aim. Now inside, the quality of the cabin of the last one was very good. This one is even better. Volkswagen say they've used more insulating materials to make sure that this is one of the quietest cabins around. It's true, you can't hear a thing. They've also changed the problematic handbrake so it's much more assured. And the controls themselves, they're well laid out, easy to get used to. Do you know what? For a car that people are probably going to be spending a lot of time in, this is actually a really nice place to be. It's very comfy. We like the heated seats. Toasty bum. Well, the new Passat might not look that different to the old one. The really clever stuff is going on underneath the bonnet. The entry point to the range is, you might want to write this down by the way, 122 horsepower, 1.4 litre TSI, which is nowhere near as weedy or wimpy as you might think. But most of the attention in Ireland will be on the trio of diesel engines. Now the big seller will be the 105 horsepower, 1.6 litre TDI, and that'll be joined by a 2 litre diesel in either 140 brake horsepower or 170. Now the one we're driving is 140, and really it's the best all-rounder. All 3 of the diesel engines on offer, when fitted with the 6-speed manual gearbox, they fall into tax band A, which is the lowest tax band, and that's because they've got emissions of less than 120 grams per kilometre. If you want to opt for the DSG automatic, which is excellent, you're only going to go up 1 tax band. These are the cleanest engines ever, and there's also stop-start technology. That means if you're stuck in traffic, your engine cuts out. It's a bit annoying sometimes, I think, but it saves you loads of diesel, which is great. This car is all about refinement and comfort. It's designed to eat up the miles with ease. The seats are really comfy, especially the heated ones. All come with air conditioning, somewhere to plug your iPod into, ESP stability control, plus it has loads more airbags. So now let's talk about money. Well, prices start from around 24 grand for your basic model. This one, which is a Highline, it costs just over 31, but there are thousands of euro worth of extras which you can buy to add on. The new Passat is more evolution than revolution. It doesn't look drastically different from the model before, but do you know what? It's safer, cleaner, better looking and more refined, which means it will be one of the big sellers of the year.